This is where they always get me pissed off. Get your creative team and tell them to be creative. You all know now my grievances with ColourPop, right? I just want them to get it together. I'm on ColourPop's PR list. I have a discount code with them if you want to use it, but hold on. I always say this, just because I have a discount code with them does not mean I like what they are doing. They have some great formulas, they have some great textures, they're super shocks, some of my favorites. But every time they release a licensed collection, which is twice a week, it is disappointing. Now, I'm not saying every single licensed collection has to be this hugely colourful, overwhelming, unwearable collaboration, but when you already have your core range of products, you can lean into something a little bit more exciting with your licensed products, right? So let's talk about the ColourPop, the Little Mermaid collaboration. Listen, this isn't just gonna be a review and me being like, I like this, I like this. I want to talk about the struggle that is trying to forgive ColourPop every time they release a collaboration. Because every time I review a ColourPop collection, I'm just pissed off, to be honest. I'm gonna be doing a look with this collection. I am feeling makeup today. I want to be wearing makeup today. So that's what we're gonna do. Go ahead, subscribe if you have not already. I do makeup focused videos like this every Monday. A more commentary, opinion style video every Wednesday, and whatever I want on Sunday. See what happens, see how I'm feeling. You can also follow me on Instagram where I have exclusive tutorials, picture tutorials, things like that. And on my reaction channel here on YouTube where we talk about things from all over the internet because I just like to give my opinion. So a lot of you may or may not know I am in fact a Disney adult. You know, I don't bend at the knees and cry when I see the castle and the parks. It's fine, I'm fine. So whenever anyone comes out with a Disney collection, I'm a little bit excited. When any brand comes out with any collection that's like a licensing agreement, there's a few things I'm looking for. Does it reflect the TV show, the movie, the brand, the character well? And I mean basic stuff, not just my opinion. I'm talking colors, attitude, catchphrases, things that happen within that movie, within that TV series. Do I feel like the brand have really thought about what the fans of that license want to see? And the last thing really is it exciting, right? Because I think if you release too many licenses all in one go or too many in one year, it can get a little bit dull. I do love limited collections. I loved it back in the day when MAC would have these collections every, what was it, 6 months, 3 months? You know, they would have these limited collections and then they would have a really exciting license collection. But it was limited. It gave you something to look forward to throughout the year. And I do also feel like if you are doing it constantly, the excitement of a new collection can fade. Okay, so let's talk about it. ColourPop, The Little Mermaid, Dive Under the Sea. That's not the name of the collection, so that's just them trying to be clever, right? So there's a few things in this collection. The Shell Compact Mirror, the Flounder Hair Clip, the Multi-Chrome Highlighters, the Lippy Pencil and Lippy Sticks Kit, the Glowy Lip Oil, and the eyeshadow palette. We'll talk about the eyeshadow palette last because that's when I feel like ColourPop really do lose their focus and it becomes disappointing. And I do have to add as well, sorry, Disney licenses must cost a bomb. Like they must cost so much money. Why waste, sorry, I'm just sanitizing my hands. Why waste that opportunity to do something? Oh my God, what is going on with my hair everywhere today? Let's pull that out. Don't waste that opportunity and that money to do something really exciting. Okay, saying that, do I like this myself? No, I think this is foul. It gives like I found this at my grandma's house, but I think it fits really well with the theme. This looks like tats, and same with the hair clip. Let's talk about the hair clip. That's kind of cute, right? That's kind of cute. So these are giving, you're at the beach in some like small town beach, and there's like a small store that sell tats and you're like, oh my gosh, these are, yeah, you made these. So I do like that. I actually think it goes really, this is actually quite beautiful when you look at it. It goes really, actually I really like this now. Okay, mind change. Would I take it out and use it? Absolutely the fuck not. This has been donated immediately. And so is this. That's kind of cute. Love the theme. It's giving seashells. It's giving the tat that Ariel collects and puts in her tube room, tunnel room. You know, her keepsake place, right? Fine. Love. Not love. Love is a strong word. Okay, so these are beautiful. These are their multi-chrome highlighters. You have the shade Not a Guppy and Soft Shell. And that's kind of stunning. That's beautiful. And I do like how they've done this like mermaid detail. Did that sound come from me or my dog? This mermaid tail detail scale-esque kind of vibe, right? Sorry, I'm having one of those days where I think a spider is on me every second. This is a kind of product where like, okay, I can't wait to dig my finger into that. lightly put my finger in it and feel it. And Soft Shell's kind of like a bit more of a gold pink. And these are nice in the collection. These are nice to a theme because it's like sidekick vibes. You know what I mean? It's not sidekick vibes, it literally is. Flounder and Sebastian. So that's really cute. Fine. And then we have, am I shouting? I might be shouting. Okay, and then we have a lippy six. We have Ursula and Ariel. One thing that I wish people would realize when they do like a Disney collaboration, I'm making so many weird sounds. One thing I wish brands would do when they're doing like a Disney collaboration is focus in on the villains a little bit more, because people love the villains. The adults love the villains. You know what? They might skin dogs. They might try and make children mermaids miserable. But, you know, who doesn't? Who hasn't? So Ariel's set is red, which obviously understand she has a red lip. I do like that they do a combo for the lips. What's Ursa though? I'm guessing. So her lips are kind of pink, but I wonder if they've gone for pink or if they're doing like a purple. Yeah, more of a purple. Okay, we can do that. We'll come back to these lips in just a second because we also have a lip oil, which is fine. I mean, I know a child I can give that to immediately. Not saying that this is only for children. I think that's fun as fuck. It's nice. It does have chunks of glitter in it, which I do not deal with in lip products like this. A little bit of shimmer, sure. These are, I can see, I can make out the shapes off the glitter. I'm physically scared of glitter chunks like that. Not just, it's a phobia, it's a super phobia. Okay, Under the Sea palette. All these beautiful shades on the palette here, right? The shades that we've just seen throughout this collection. The reds, that gold, that Ursula deeper purple lip. This is where they always get me pissed off. What do you mean, Under the Sea? There is so much color, vibrancy, fish, other fish, octopuses, seaweed, coral. Okay, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 kind of like quite boring pinky brownie nudes. These colors are in every one of these licensed ColourPop palettes. Not all of these, but I mean a few of them spread out. So, I mean, you might as well just given us a quad. This beautiful little section down here and call it a day. No, because no. This is called Unlock the Spell. This nude pink is called Unlock the Spell. Come on now. Gadgets and Gizmos is a brown. It could have been a silver, metallic silver because of the fork, the dingle hopper, right? Well, we've got dingle hopper down here, which is green. Why is that green? Why is that teal green? What's that got to do with that? Why did we not have these kind of textures in this palette? Because this is a highlighter, sure, but really, come on, who's going to use that every day as a highlight? Some people, some really like, you know, creative people that like to be creative. I would feel comfortable giving this to somebody who doesn't like makeup and they're like, oh, I don't really like makeup and color. I just like to wear, I'll be like, oh, here you go. And again, I'm not saying it has to be unwearable, but you already have your core range. You have nude palettes, you have all this stuff. You've done these shades a million fucking times. Please get your creative team and tell them to be creative. Not just for packaging. Packaging's beautiful. Can't fault the packaging. Okay. Let me sort out my face. I'm going to prep my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with this collection. Okay, honestly, nothing about this inspires me. I said I really, really want to like makeup today, but nothing about this. I'm like, yay, makeup. Okay, let's start with the shade Gadgets and Gizmos. Let's kind of like just give ourselves some definition through the socket. Oh, everyone always asks me about this mirror. This is from a Chinese brand called Girl Cult. It's one of my favorite makeup brands. And this was limited edition. It was very, very popular. If I can find a link for this anywhere, I will link it in a description box. I don't have a discount code or anything like that, unless it's on Yes Style. But a lot of people have asked me about it, so I will link it down below for you. Okay, as normal, listen, I have no qualms with ColourPop's formulas, right? There's some that I don't like and there's some that I do like, but that's the same with every single brand. There's very rarely a brand where I like absolutely everything they release. You know, ColourPop is one of those brands where I'm always like, I know you can do better. You're more creative than this. Like when they first released, they were so exciting. And you know what? Something must be working for them in this sector of like, with this, I was about to say technique, what's it called? With this like business plan of releasing all these licenses one by one, but with kind of minimal effort. Something must be working for them in that space, for them to keep doing it. But it does come to a point where there's some products that like, you know, no shade to what I call like, you know, Claire's accessories brands, but some of their products do give on the checkout bit, you know, at Claire's. Whereas I remember when they first launched, they were kind of like, in my mind, they were really creative, they were really artsy, they were really like, oh, I really want to get my hands on whatever Colourpop are doing. But for example, if you take the lip oil and you remove any branding from it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, that looks like, what makeup can my 6-year-old niece wear that is safe to wear and but not too much? You know what I mean? It's kids makeup sometimes. Oh god, no, I'm gonna hate this already. One thing I guess I could say that I do kind of respect about Colourpop is they haven't gotten into that whole thing that every other brand is doing, and that's releasing what everyone else is releasing. You know what I mean? You don't really see them chasing trends. You don't see them trying to like shove their products in our face on TikTok Shop. They don't have that desperation factor that a lot of brands do, but at the same time, they also don't have that we care about what we're releasing factor to a lot of their products and a lot of their releases. You know, in my mind, when I'm thinking about brands, right, making a collaboration, making a collection, I imagine them in a room. They have the creative people, maybe they have the people who specialize in, you know, getting the products themselves, all this kind of stuff, the actual makeup. And I just imagine it all sitting there brainstorming ideas, and I just think, how do people come up with some of these ideas? How do people look at these palettes and be like, you know what, this is something we're doing that's different to what we have done. Look at that patchiness there. Yeah, I mean, how do they look at these palettes that they're constantly releasing that aren't that exciting, that really kind of have loads of similar shades in? How do they look at them and think, yeah, this is exciting, can't wait for this to launch, can't wait to share this with our customers, can't wait to share this with the world? I do think as well, I do also think a lot of the time these releases always seem like they're to attract a new customer. There's nothing about their limited releases, their license releases that are perhaps beneficial for their loyal customers to own. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to buy these palettes from them, you're pretty much going to get the same product. The same shades in the same palette over and over again, right? Like these repetitive nudes. The amount of nudes I think I've had from them, I think I can make 20 different palettes with. They're all gonna look the same, but I can make a lot of different palettes with them. The idea of me doing something like fun and like really makeup-y has kind of like left my mind, to be honest, because there's just nothing in this palette that screams fun time to me. So I'm doing my makeup again today, so I'm just gonna deal with this for review's sake. Their shimmers are always really nice. They're like shimmery, not glitters. I don't consider this a glitter, even though it's a bit glitter. You know what I mean? Like the shimmery shades are always really nice. They feel kind of like almost sticky, like they're gonna set themselves down. I appreciate that. I appreciate that's nice. Okay, I've just done a little bit of concealer under the eyes. Oh no, I was meant to do my foundation. Okay, well, let's do that. Use a little bit of my foundation, my LUMI base, some MUA. I hate to see it being used up, even though I know I'm using it. LUMI base, this MUA Academy, one of the best foundations. Okay, and these brushes from Refa. This is an LC03. Look at the angle on that brush. Really, really great for any cream products, any fluid, even powder products where you want a little bit more precision, a little bit more definition. Imagine like doing your blush like this or doing your contour like this. But it's so great, it's so quick because you can literally just like tap your foundation on. And the brush as well, there's a little concealer brush. Same idea, a bit smaller, but nice and firm, so it really, really blends in your concealer, whatever you want to use it for. Oh, sorry, I choked my spit. Let's finish up under the eyes. Oh, that hair, I'm gonna like, when makeup's meant to be fun, right? But when you're like underwhelmed by makeup, you're like, should I bother doing anything fun? Or do I just slap it on and call it a day? And I've definitely chosen slap it on. Oh, that's uneven. Great. Great. And listen though, don't get me wrong. Like, is this making like an okay-ish look? Sure. Are the textures reasonable for the price? Absolutely. And this really isn't a complaint about that, right? It's not a complaint about the texture, the formulas. It's more like, I just consider it a waste. It's like a waste of having your own brand. You know what? I would ask this question. When you're thinking about makeup, do you think, oh, let me check Colourpop? If you're shopping for makeup, you want a new eyeshadow, you want a new lipstick, you want something just to freshen things up a little bit. Do you think? Let me check out the ColourPop website. Let me see what ColourPop have that are new. Or are you now expecting like this whole nostalgia trip kind of thing from them only? And listen, sometimes it's good. Like I know people loved that like Twilight collaboration if you're into Twilight. I'm personally not, and I found both their Twilight collections really terrible in terms of like the theming and stuff. I will always use their gel liners though. These are the best eyeliners, or some of the best. I love Iconic London ones too. I'm just gonna, can you see this like dip here? I'm just trying to lift that slightly because it's not so much on that side. So we have the highlighters and the lip products left. I don't even know, I'll put the highlighter on, but I'm gonna redo my makeup after because this isn't like even like a fun wearable like greeny highlight. When I'm actually swatching, it's a highlighter, right? Multi-chrome highlighter. Yeah, it's very flaky. It looks like it's going to be this really beautiful, smooth, almost like their Super Shock texture. But it's actually very, I don't know if you can see, a bit flaky. Applying it with a brush like this might not be the best idea. Yeah, it's just glitter. That's just glitter. Now I just want to die. I hate glitter. This is like, you know what it reminds me of? It's almost like the Danessa Merrick's flakes. You know those little flakes that she did in a tub? Let me try a little bit with my finger here just so we can get like a solid push on it. This is very much like, oh, I want to look cute when I go to see Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm not, you know, it's okay. It's like, okay, me and my friends are going to a festival. It's so, with textures like this, formulas like this as well, bear in mind, the light is going to catch it differently every single time. And that's why I don't really like glitter or shimmer in a lot of makeup or chunky glitter, especially in like photography work, because, sorry, when it comes to like makeup being photographed, because, okay, so you see like a random flake. If a flash goes off or like the light hits it differently, it can just look like textured skin. Sometimes it can look like you just have a piece of fluff on your skin. It's just like, that looks like a patch there. Looks like a, not for me. Okay, let's go with a liner. Let me nude out my lips because that's what I really like to do. I have to film a reaction video after this. And sometimes I'm like, why do I experiment with new makeup textures and formulas when I'm about to film a reaction video, you know? Sitting there as a professional makeup artist with this on my face. You know, I don't hate the color. I actually think the color is kind of cute. I like that green. It's more of a formula and a texture. Okay, let's take the Ursula lip deal, the lippy pencil. Poor Souls. They can put For Unfortunate on there. You don't fit Poor Unfortunate Souls now, or Unfortunate Souls. That's fine. That's fine. Oh wow, that shimmer looks worse. No, you know what? I'm gonna be 100% real. If this was on someone's face at like a festival, I'd be like, you know what? Good for you. These formulas are actually really beautiful. That's a beautiful formula. Really, really nice pencil. So we'll put this on and then we'll do a bit of the oil. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Okay. Oh, you can wind them down. I love it when you can wind something back down again. My one issue with these, and it's a very small issue and it's no big deal, is they don't have a fragrance to them, which is absolutely fine, but they do smell a bit like I'm outside like a petrol station, a gas station, you know? It's a nice color. I actually really like that. Where's the oil? Okay, so I'm actually going to give this to somebody. So I'm actually gonna take this out and then I'm gonna use a brush. Will that fit in? Yes. I'm gonna use a brush. I'm gonna go right in there and then I'm just going to wipe that gloss off on my hands there. Oh my God, is this pH? Please don't say it's pH. Did it say it's pH? So then this is all hygienically done and I can give this to whoever. It doesn't say pH, so that's fine. It's nice. It's nice. I quite like it because it doesn't have as much glitter and shimmer in as you would think looking at the tube, right? However, I can see this from other people's point of view. If you did buy it for that intense shimmer and those chunks of glitter that is in the tube, you're not gonna get that on the lip. I can see 1, 2, 3. It's very, very sporadic. Can you see it? It just catches the light ever so slightly. So don't expect that intense. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add some lashes. I'm just gonna add like a bit of a whiter concealer to underneath my eyes because that's how I'm feeling today. I'll be back with. Okay, I'm not doing lashes today because I just had them done yesterday, permed yesterday. So I'm just laying off for a little bit. It has been over 24 hours, but I just want to be extra sure. Okay, let's talk about this collection. Is this a look that I'm happy with? Yes, Fine. Did we struggle with the eyeshadow a little bit when it came to building it on top of itself? Yes. Which you should be able to do with a lot of other textures, a lot of other formulas. You know what I'm going to say about this? Would I say run out and grab it and buy it? Absolutely not. There's nothing from ColourPop except from their Super Shock products that I think is worth running out to buy, right? I'll just be straight up honest. There's not much from them where I'm like, wow, get this while you can. Are these nice products individually? Sure. You might look at a palette like this and think, wow. Wow. I personally don't. I want to highlight a little bit under my brow, actually. Let's do that. I personally don't think it's anything worth shouting about, you know what I mean? Perhaps if you like this lip color, perhaps you're looking for an affordable lip combo or something like that, then yes. But I don't think this is anything different to... Sorry, I need to stop tidying up as I'm talking. I don't think this is anything different to anything else. I mean, it's fine. The formulas are fine. They're just very particular products, which I'm just kind of not interested in. If you ever want anything from ColourPop, I do have a discount code for you if you want it. Again, I'm absolutely not saying run out and buy anything from it. All right. Let me know your opinions down below. ColourPop is one of those brands where I'm like, you guys are hanging on by a thread, but you keep spending money on these licenses. Do something. Get your name out there again. What's going on? Anyway, let me know your opinions down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very, very soon.